I'm relieved. I'm glad this is done.
Now, that is a former tenant of the Mint Urban Infinity apartment complex in Denver. We spoke to him in March after a successful class action lawsuit against the complex's former owners and management company. Tenants had sued over claims of neglect, things like not having a building door for 6 months, which led to non-residents then sleeping in the hallways. Well, 3 years ago, that complex was taken over by a different company, a company called Cortland. Well, tenants tell us conditions still haven't improved. Denver 7's Ryan Fish bringing their concerns directly to Cortland and getting answers for them tonight.
Car thefts, apartment break-ins, black mold.
Denver 7 has been covering poor living conditions at the Mint Urban Infinity apartment complex for years. Just 3 months ago, a Denver jury awarded former tenants more than $13 million in a lawsuit against the property's previous owner and management. Now, another lawsuit from the current tenants, saying new ownership hasn't done enough.
Fail after fail.
Property management company Cortland took over in June of 2022, just as Brittany Steinberger moved in.
No quality of life. We're trapped.
She says over 3 years, the elevators have only worked for a few weeks.
Absolutely nothing.
I was literally virtually trapped on the 4th floor. I gave birth to my son. I could not leave my apartment for 6 or 7 weeks. I was not allowed to do stairs.
Upstairs, trash is piling up in front of those broken elevators. This laundry room with holes in the wall and the ceiling. And in the storage areas, doors are dislodged. Steinberger says exterior doors and windows have also frequently been left open.
I found a homeless man with a knife one night sleeping when I went to take the dog out.
In her apartment, an unfixed leak and a gaping hole in the bathroom ceiling.
You cannot get a hold of maintenance. This isn't fair to us.
Most of the conditions that we saw the first time around and that were the subject of that first lawsuit really haven't changed at all.
Steinberger is now one of 2 tenants leading a lawsuit aiming to represent tenants at the property over the last 3 years. I reached out to Cortland for an interview, but instead got a statement which says in part, quote, "Since we first purchased and began managing this property, we have invested significant time, money, and resources to improving the community for our residents and will continue to do so. We have several projects that are still ongoing due to external factors and are making every effort to ensure that these projects are completed as soon as possible."
Crazy that they've put in so much money in building a new pool and putting in flowers and rocks, and they just did this grass over here, but they put nothing into making their residents feel at home.
Steinberger says her family hasn't been able to afford moving out early, but plans to at the end of their lease this fall. And as this lawsuit moves forward,
It gives me a sense of peace.
she wants to keep sticking up for her neighbors. Ryan Fish, Denver 7.